Hello. What's the difference between HD and 4K? I tried to record this like 6 times, probably more, honestly. I would just like start a video and then stop it. I was warming up, you know? It's so kind of hard talking to yourself and being comfortable with it. What should I talk about? I don't know. Let's talk about the good things that are happening in my life. I have been starting to do pop-ups. It's been really fun. I started playing Hades 2. That's been my hyperfixation and my source of dopamine these last 2 weeks since it came out. It's been really fun. It's my favorite. And there's, it's Greek myth. And it's a game. And there's really hot characters and a good soundtrack. What's there not to like? And I really liked the first game, so I was waiting for this to happen. It was an early access, but I have a MacBook, so I couldn't play it yet. So everyone on Windows was playing it for like a year. Honestly, it was an early dev for like a year. And I got it like a week. I realized that it came out in Mac like a week before it like formally came out. So I got to play early access for 1 week before, which is great. It was fun. I've been having a great time. I guess I'm talking about this video. This video is just gonna be about my freaking hobbies and my affinity for Greek mythology. So we're gonna talk about Greek mythology. My favorite goddess right now, and I think the game really pushes you towards it too, is Artemis. Like, she's becoming like a main character for sure. She was a crowd favorite, I think, last game. But this one, they have her in all the time. Spoiler, whatever. I don't know. There's something about her that's been really resonating with me. I'm wearing like green. Oh, that was the video I was watching earlier. I have been trying to embody goddesses in my life lately, and my favorite ones are Artemis, Persephone. Who else? I really like Apollo, Athena. All of them are really fun to learn about. And I just get so excited when new ones would pop up. I just be like, oh my god, who is it? It's like Echo. Oh my god. Like the really like niche ones, like oh my, my like favorites that I didn't know that was gonna be my favorite, like fucking Hephaestus. GOAT, honestly, every time I pick him. This is not going to make sense to anybody except for people who play it, or I guess who know the background of Greek mythology, but fuck it, who cares? This is my channel, fuck off. So that's been bringing me so much joy. I have not really been hanging out with my friends or anything, not because I don't want to. They're all busy, so am I. I've just been going to school and reading a lot and building websites and making jewelry and doing a lot of stuff for myself, blah, 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 blah. That's so boring. I want to have fun. We're going to talk about good, fun things today. And so that's been bringing me a lot of joy, is Hades 2. And I've just been playing it all night. It's kind of like the thing that I look forward to when the sun goes down. For some reason, when I play during the daytime, like I kind of get out of it, or I'm not in the right mindset. I get distracted by a lot of things. It's daytime, I get hungry, whatever. But like, what is it? 7 p.m. It starts to get dark now. I'm on that shit for like 3 hours, taking bathroom breaks. I got a bag of chips and some candy, and we're on this shit. I don't know. This last week has been a lot of reminiscing on past cycles of my life, but like reliving it, because I remember I used to play this all the time. Last time I was like on Switch, so I was doing this, but now I have it on Steam, and that was like something that was like a coping mechanism for me. I guess it still is, but now I'm like happy to play it while I'm happy in my life versus using it to escape. Like using video games to escape real life, using substances, alcohol, weed, running off coffee and validation is how I used to, spend my days. But now I'm playing it for funsies, and it's just so enjoyable. And I just am tapping into this, I don't know, like childlike joy that I haven't felt in a really long time. Because it's like something that has hits a lot of my marks, right? I played a lot of video games growing up because tunnel vision into another world. RPGs and Kingdom Hearts is my shit. I just wanted to be magical somewhere else, not here. I didn't want to be Emily in real life, I wanted to fight shadows, apparently. Well, I do be fighting demons, that's true. But yeah, it's kind of been interesting to go through this cycle from the other end of just pure joy versus, escapism. I've been also just going through a lot of memories, I guess. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the eclipse or some bullshit. I'm starting a cycle anew, whatever. And I just been thinking about my exes a lot. Oh, you know what? Ned from Try Guys, he came back and did a podcast with his ex-wife, and I tried to watch half of it. It was really painful. But during that time when he was having his affair was when I was going through a terrible breakup. That was mirroring my life at the time. And so I was watching all of the expose videos back then. I think it was 22 or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, why do I feel so connected to this story? I wonder why. That's women's intuition. And shortly after, in October, nonetheless, that happened to me. And same thing, just left. And so I think that cycle has been coming back around. A lot of things have been reminding me of past relationships and I think past cycles of my life. It's kind of been interesting because I think I've been forced to reconcile with it so that I could start this new chapter, with clean slate. And that's been really brewing lately. That's something that I have been working through a lot. And I did not want to. I didn't ask for this. I don't ask for memories to come back, but they do. The little things just remind you of things. Like songs from that time. I was on shuffle and a song came up and I was like, it's just things that have happened like this before. It's been years and things always come up. But I've been really digging deep this time because I think it's time for me to just move on. I think I've been holding a lot of resentment for people and towards myself back then. Thinking about how I used to be and how I used to judge myself, but also who I was in that relationship. And my part in the dynamic too. And so I was just thinking about it and I realized that, it's not one person's fault when you break up. There may have been actions that led up to that point that maybe weren't the best decisions, but I also had a part to play. I basically drove someone to do this, I think, because I was so insecure at the time. But rightfully so, because we were not right for each other. And that's why I think we both sabotaged it because we knew we weren't right for each other. You just know. When you meet someone, you're like, this ain't it. This is kind of fun. Let's just do it. And then the thought that I always used to have was, there's someone out there more suitable for him. And that's why I was so insecure. Was there's someone way more suitable for you than me. And there's someone way more suitable for me than you. But we were in this serious relationship. We were living together at the time. and I really wanted to make it work because I was like, I don't want to be single again. I thought this was it. You know, it was so nice being in a relationship. I don't know, we had a good time, but it really just had to end. And I wasn't gonna do it. He wasn't gonna do it. Like, the universe had to orchestrate some fucking shit to force me out to leave. And I wouldn't be here if, like, that didn't happen. Like, I wouldn't have moved here when I did. I wouldn't have met the people that I met with. I wouldn't be sitting here in this place. But yeah, I have since forgiven him and myself, and also forgiven other people that have done me dirty in the past. And you know, some of those was not me. That was on him. That was on them, not me. Sometimes though, that was on me. My bad. That's my bad. I'm so sorry. That was my bad. But yeah, I think I've just buried all of them in the ground. I lay them all to rest. What's done is done. And so now I am sitting here with a clean slate. I am brand new baby, out in the world, just figuring it out. And it's been really nice. It's so hard not talking about dating. It takes such an emotional toll on you when you're just like thinking about a person all the time, but you're also thinking about past people all the time. And I just want like pieces of my space. Like, say like this is like the real estate, the room that I have in my brain is in here. And I want me to take off at least half of it. Like, I want to be selfish. I want to be here, like taking care of myself, what to eat, what I think, all this stuff. I want like another like 20% to be topics that I'm interested in, hobbies, learning, all that stuff. I want to be like, I guess that goes back into self, but in a way where it's like I'm developing myself. And then the rest of that goes to freaking men. And sometimes women, but mostly men, because they freaking stress me out. I've been trying to like push them out of my brain. I think I'm succeeding. It's been a lot less than before. I think I've been doing really good at filling that gap with myself and my development, to where I'm not thinking about another person all the time, you know? Even if I am like looking forward to something, it's something where I can place it in the future instead of here right now. I think before I used to like daydream a lot and pretend that I was in the scenarios with this person, or like what their life was like and how I would fit into it and what my life would like look like. You know, that never happens. All of the like fake scenarios, like their house doesn't look like that. We didn't go on this date. None of that's real. Like, my brain thought it was real though. Your brain doesn't know what's real and what's not. So if you're fantasizing about something, your brain treats that as real. You know, even if it's like, that's why anxiety is so powerful, because when you're thinking about something, your body reacts as if you're still going through it. And then since all of the neurons in your brain like are wired to fire that way, like it always has this reaction of anxiety, of like running away, of like being like paranoid and nervous. You're so used to getting to that place where you basically are addicted to it. You just cannot help but be anxious because your body thrives on that, or at least it did. You know, my body used to thrive on that. It was keeping me alive in some fucked up way. But now apparently Hades 2 and watermelon and what was it? What else? I had like a choco pie. Anyway, all of that stuff is keeping me alive now. And that's kind of a nice feeling, to not have to be dependent on thoughts. I feel like I was like creating my own chemicals in order to motivate myself in a negative way, you know? I was pushing myself to do and be someone out of fear and lack and in like the threat of not being perfect, of not reaching my potential. It was always like a big thing of like, oh, I have so much potential. That's what people always say. And you know, I was such a smart kid and I was so ambitious. I mean, I still am. And I think also when I was thinking about that, when I was going through a hard time, like I lost all of that. I was just doing it just because it was the route, because I had a job, because I, you know, got a degree, all that stuff. And I just did it just because. And it wasn't driving me to be anywhere. It didn't give me any fulfillment. It didn't make me want to be a better person. If anything, it like drove me into the ground. I was becoming a worse person. There was no drive to accomplish anything because if I kept going on that route, the accomplishments that were milestones ahead of me, it just got me further away from where I actually wanted to be. It was actually taking me down the wrong path. And so I didn't want to be ambitious. I like quiet quit. I was still doing my job and everything, but did not want to be there. I mean, it was COVID too. Nobody wanted to do anything. But I just like have a really, really low tolerance for that. So yeah, I don't have to do that anymore. That's really nice. And now I'm doing this. So how have you been? What have you been up to? I don't know. Maybe eventually someone will reply back. But for right now, I'm just talking to myself. And yeah, I had a great time. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's getting dark, so I think I gotta go. It was a real one. Thanks. Bye. Oops. Okay. Okay. I think I finally got into the groove. Hello. Fucking hell. Am I gonna start another one?